Yes, I am. But
I think I need this, but never know.
7, 5, 7?
5.
5.
7? 12, 8, 9? What are we saying?
What do we, yeah, what am I bid?
I don't know if I should do this, but I'm going to try it. I usually use the stand. Woo! There's a raucous crowd out there. Good evening. I'm Kim, and I'm a bisexual. It's exciting, isn't it? I've done this about half a dozen times, and every time I get up, I feel the need to confess that I'm a bisexual before I begin. Not because I want to be like a bisexual comedian, but because I want to be clear. Because people get confused really easily. So that when I start talking about my ex-husband, Doug, and my current partner, Teresa, your eyes don't cross. It's really important for me that you not be confused. I slept with a guy once in college. 10 years later, I see him. And, you know, you do the updating thing. We were at this big trade show. You know, how are you? How are you? How's Doug? Oh, well, Doug and I broke up. I said, we're divorced. So, but that's my partner over there, Terry. She's a really sweet lady. Immediately, this guy says to me, you know, give me one night, baby, and I will convert you back to men. I'm thinking, we slept together once, and I never came back. Yeah, that'll work. And besides, it's kind of like steak saying that it can convert you from seafood. I mean, you've heard of surf and turf, right? I can have both. I don't know what the problem is. So people get confused. That's why I like to get up here and just say it out loud. And I know it can come off as some kind of obnoxious coming out behavior for me to come up every night. I'm Kim, I'm bisexual. And the people out there who are straight, who have queer friends, know what I'm talking about. Because this is this point during like the first year that you come out, sometimes 2, sometimes people never work out of it, where what we do is we say, hi, I'm Kim and I'm bisexual. Is it Tuesday? I'm bisexual. And I saw this great movie with Jodie Foster in it. And, oh my God, she's so hot. I'm bisexual, by the way. Are you bisexual? I think everybody should be bisexual. I think it's just awesome. Until basically you're just kind of going, that's what your friends do. Because they can't stand to hear it anymore. And that's basically our motive in doing that. We spend so much time before we come out obfuscating that we just want to be honest. And we're trying really hard to put it out there. But we're also trying to make you sick of it, so basically you're just like, whatever, you're queer, who cares? When I say we obfuscate, what I'm talking about is we kind of do a little dance our whole lives of just sort of saying, la, 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 yes, I'm straight. But I kind of consider it more like Tai Chi. So this is what I call the Tai Chi of sexual obfuscation. And that basically consists of us, most of the time, doing this. I'm not looking at boobs. My, what boobs you have. Oh, these are not the boobs you're looking for. Look over there. Oh, hey, there's a penis. I'm a woman. I love penises. That's kind of what we spend all our time doing. So we like to not do that. Basically, however, none of that matters anymore because I'm menopausal. None of it matters anymore because basically when you get menopause, there's this little click that happens. Something switches in your brain and you go from, oh my God, I didn't start my period this week, to, oh my God, I started my period. It's just a thing that happens. The other thing about being in menopause is that my entire life basically consists now of having a very low libido, putting all of my clothes on because I'm freezing so that I can strip them off 5 seconds later, not for sex, but because I'm in a pool of my own sweat. Wearing a feminine napkin like 365 days a year, just in case, because you never know, and having more facial hair than anybody in this room. I was 30 when I looked in the mirror and I said, hey, hon, I get what they mean when they say not by the hair in my chinny chin chin. And I'm doing this, right? This is a mutant hair out to here on my face. It's like twirly and hard and you could like have a sword fight with it. What the hell is that? And it's really dangerous when there's 2 women in the house because we spend a lot of time going, oh, hon, you got a little, ow, Jesus, that's me, cut it out. It's really difficult to do this. And there's a lot of other stuff I want to talk about, so I'm looking at my notes. Oh yeah, so because of this, I'm in the shower, right? I'm going, oh, this is perfect, thank you, Bob. I'm going, legs, pits. face. I mean, it's ridiculous. You can't leave the house without shaving, really? I was talking to a guy I know about this the other day, too, and he was horrified. He's like, you're shaving? Jesus, pluck it! And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. I'm like Sasquatch all up in here, and you want me to pluck every hair. Go ahead and pluck every hair out of your beard. I'd like to see that. So I have this theory about all of this, that there can only be so much body hair in the universe at once. And I've been working on this theory because I think, you know, you consider men have lots of testosterone, women have lots of estrogen, but we all have a little of both, right? But as we get older, these hormones change. And I had to work up a bit of a formula for this because it was confusing me. So I'll see if I can describe this formula and do it upside down.
So I need to hold that?
I don't know, you want to try?
Yeah.
Here, this is where I can take this up. Okay. So what I came up with is this. I like this. Bob's behind there. You can't even see him. UHV, which is the universal hormonal vortex, is equal to the proximity of that would be a woman under the strong influence of menopause over a man who is extremely balding. And then it gets a little more complicated, and you'll have to forgive me because I went to Milton, my math kind of sucks, but there's a bit of an XY axis here that you have to deal with. And there are points along this, what do they call it, like a sine wave that you have to use to track the rising and falling hormones. So that goes like this. Somewhere along the line I came up with you actually have to find the area of this isosceles triangle because that will eventually lead you to a bearded lady. BL. Thank you, Bob. So what I'm trying to say is, I must be out of time, but that's why I made him escape. I'm almost done. So this basically formula that I figured is basically anytime I'm near any balding man, the hair is being sucked off of them through the universal hormonal vortex and plastered on my face as I sleep. This is not good. And lastly, I think that there's probably a Tai Chi form that I can use that will assist me with this. I've only got a couple moves to this so far, but it basically consists of spread bearded lady's mane, reroot on the crying balding man's head. Thank you.